302-216-541. Let's hear your thoughts. What do you think went wrong for the Black Stars yesterday? How did it happen the way it happened? What do you think we could have done better? My man, Daniel.
I'm surprised. I was actually very surprised. Because if you look at the organization in terms of our defending against Egypt and compared to what we did yesterday was almost like they just threw themselves onto the pitch and whatever happens.
Yeah.
It was that bad. Mozambique showed more composure on the ball. They looked like they had a clear-cut plan, a pattern of how they were going to play. And everything we were doing was, we're just literally just reacting to everything they were doing. After we scored that penalty goal, we literally just stopped playing. And sometimes you hope for the cooling breaks and half time to be able to kill the opposition momentum so you can regroup and then come back. But it never changed. It was literally the same thing. Same thing to the end of the first half. Same thing. In fact, even worse after halftime because of that substitution.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen the clip where after the match, it wasn't an interview, but journalists were caught up with Joseph Pencil, asked him, they said the coach subbed you. He says he subbed you because you were fatigued.
Yes.
And he said fatigue for where?
Yeah.
He wasn't tired.
Yeah, that was quite obvious. He wasn't.
He was literally the only good thing about that first half. Himself and Gideon Mensah, who for me, I'll mention again, had a very good tournament. It actually pains me for him that we are out. But for Pencil, he had a very, very good first half. And then he's taken off. And for me, look, I'll say it again. It's probably the worst ever substitution I've seen.
Yeah.
Self-sabotaging substitution. It's like there was a question at halftime. What do you need to do in order to not win this game? And the only possible answer was take Joseph Pencil off and bring on Andre Ayew. And that's the answer we chose. To bring on Andre Ayew. When we were under pressure, when we needed players to put pressure on the ball, when we didn't have the ball, we brought on Andre Ayew, who was literally a passenger off the ball. So what it meant was that when we didn't have the ball, we had a red card because Andre didn't exist. He didn't exist in our defensive shape. Offensively also, we needed to progress the ball a further yard or two before it could get to him. I don't know. There were several times in the game where Kudus would pick up the ball surrounded by players. Andre is free, but Kudus can't pass it into space. Because if he passes into the space, Andre doesn't have the pace to catch up with the ball. So Kudus literally has to now dribble 1, 2, 3. And people will call him selfish, but he's a very intelligent player.
Yeah.
If he doesn't go past the two and literally hand the ball, play the ball into Andre's feet, it's useless. It's useless passing the ball into space. Yeah. And then you ask yourself, so if a different substitution was made, even if, let's say, that Joseph Pencil doesn't know when he's tired or not. Let's say he doesn't know what it feels like to be tired, but the coach knows, and the coach wanted to take him off. There were like-for-like replacements on the bench. There was Bukari. Even if you say Bukari made a mistake, maybe he was afraid to come on. There was Iñaki. Even if you say Iñaki made a mistake, he was afraid to come on. There was Ernest Nuama, who the coach trusted in the previous game to come and change. So you could easily have done a Pencil for Ernest Nuama, and that could have maintained whatever balance or whatever game plan we started off in the first half.
So let's even say we are giving the coach the benefit of the doubt, right? Mm-hmm. What do you think made him bring Andre Ayew on?
Look, that would be a long short explanation. But if I dig and deep into my this coconut here, no, you see the haircut to the bee. Yeah. If I dig and dig, I would probably think that he resorted back to his defensive instincts. We all know Chris Hughton. He has always been afraid to lose matches. He doesn't enter matches wanting to win.
Okay.
He enters matches.
But if he wanted
to
to revert to a defensive mindset, why Andre Ayew?
So that's what I can't explain. I can't explain why Andre Ayew.
And they should have just said that you called the coach.
What I can explain, what I can try to explain, and that is, it may not even make sense, is the fact that maybe, and it's not maybe, Semenyo offers a bit more defensively on the wide areas of the ball.
So that's why Semenyo
So maybe that's why Semenyo went to the wings. Okay. But even if that was going to happen, there's Jonathan Soa, who offers way more of the ball than Andre. And can actually give you equally in the box.
Let's get on the phone lines now. 0302-216-541. Hello?
Lexis, are you the one owing me the airtime or your producer?
It's my producer. Thank you.
You okay? At least I did you go also for the other side. Yeah. Fortunately, what I wanted to say, your sports analyst has said all, but what he can't say is what I'm coming to tell him. Andre Ayew the coach was instructed to play Andre Ayew no matter what. That's why he brought in Andre Ayew. No matter what, play him. That was the instruction, and he was following the instruction. When I watched Equatorial Guinea against Cote d'Ivoire, both first and second half, Cote d'Ivoire played 72%. First half 72%, second half 72%, but Equatorial Guinea were able to score 4-0. If you have a coach like this man who don't have plan B, when the pressure is coming, he cannot even soak the pressure. He can't make a decision to calm the pressure down. Then what do you expect? If after Ashimoro, the only person who can come is this guy, this guy. Charlie. See, Lexis, if we were having Ashimoro and added by Geoffrey Schropp, like Badis and Ghana will not be in tears. So Andayo was to play by instructions.
Okay. Thank you so much. 0302216541. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, this is John reaching you from Laura in the Upper West region.
Okay, John, let's hear you.
Yes, let me use this opportunity to greet my incoming MP for Laura, the parliamentary candidate, Honorable Jacob Derry. My brother, everything was wrong yesterday. Everything. Because the first question is, without Kudus, there is no way Ghana would have gotten a goal. Number two, without penalties, there is no way would Ghana even tasted a goal. So the whole Black Stars may, to my own opinion, they should dissolve the whole Black Stars. And let us go back to the Division 1, Division 2, and the Premier Leagues in Ghana. That is where the players who have the shining star, they want to shine. Because with these international players, they are all too low. Look, I don't know even whether Andre Dede Ayew will even get a clap again. My brother, everything was wrong with Black Stars and the coach. We should go ahead, dissolve the whole Black Stars, and do the needful. I think 4 years, 5 years to come, we will get the Stars to take Ghana forward. If not that, my brother, we will fight and 5,000 years. There is no way that Ghana Black Stars will take the cup. My greetings to the Honorable Interior Minister, Honorable Gulberry.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's see who's here. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Lexis.
What's your name?
John.
All right, John, talk to me.
Lexis, truth be told, we got here not on merit. If you would remember, we played a game against Central African Republic in Kumasi. And in that game, the second goal, it was clearly offside. So first of all, we qualified on a ticket that I believe wasn't ours. Now, fast forward, we get into the real tournament. And everything was working against us. Everything. There was no cohesion at the back. The coach was getting his statisticians wrong. And the players had no sense of urgency whatsoever. So for me, I think we deserve what we got. And heads must roll, in the voice of somebody we know in Ghana. Heads must roll. From the FA president to the goalkeeper and all. We did a total overhaul.
I see. Thank you so much. Now, Daniel, do you think, I think a lot of people have raised the point that these batch of players are not playing, with Ghana at heart. There's some passion or hunger to make them nation proud that's missing. Do you agree?
It will be a very difficult thing to say. A very difficult thing to say because, again, when we go out and you look at the body language of some of the players, they are visibly shaking. Yesterday, Kudus was in tears. We saw a number of the players visibly disturbed, even after the final whistle, you could tell. But the point is, the culture around the team is not the best, and it hasn't been the best for a while now. I started singing this chorus since 2019. That if you don't, when the team goes to competitions and you don't cleanse the environment for them, it is always going to be one of the major things that will go against them. There are too many people in and around the team. You don't know who has authority. You don't know who doesn't. And look, it takes a lot away from preparations. And for me, that sort of culture where I'm a player and probably my manager is also one of the top guys at the GFA.
Okay.
And he's in camp with me.
Yeah.
And the coach is telling me to do something. Let's say it's time for lunch. And I'm going to see my manager, who is the coach's boss. Why would I listen to the coach?
Interesting
All
stuff.
of these small things feeds into the culture, and it's completely destroyed the environment around the team.
Okay.
So it comes from leadership.
0302216541, and you can also send us a WhatsApp message on 055-1111997. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. What's your name?
My name is Nathan. Nathan Gadriga.
Okay.
Okay, so let me start by saying that I will tackle it first from Daniel Koranteng's point of view. He's an intelligent sports journalist, one of my favorite guys I listen to.
Right.
But I think his analysis on the Black Stars, especially in this tournament, has been very depressing, disappointing, just as what we have seen the coach do on the field of play. I listened to his analysis in the game against Egypt where we drew 2-2, and surprisingly, he gave Chris 10 out of 10. And I was like, really? And it was from the very beginning, from the third game. Consistently, this coach kept on making one mistake after the other. And instead of very influential people calling him out and making it clear to him that these were the mistakes that he did, we kept on massaging his egos, and kept on encouraging him to keep doing all the wrong things. Look, we have a player like Jordan Ayew. For 2 matches, goals scored 0, chances created 0, number of assists in open play 0, chances created 0, and he's our experienced attacker. What did Daniel say about him? He was measuring him on his defensive abilities. Really, is that what we want? A country that needs to qualify out of the group, do we put a premium or concentration on the number of chances we create to score, or our defensive abilities? If it is the defense we want, we could easily have put 2 defense men on the left-hand side so that the job will be done. But Jordan is first and foremost an attacker, and he should be seen to be doing the work of an attacker rather than putting premium on the defensive duties that he has. Every single left wing anywhere in the world plays a defensive duties as well. It is standard. So we shouldn't create the impression as though Jordan, by playing the defensive role, is doing anything special. We should mark him by his performance on his ability to score, the number of chances he created, and all that. The same with Inaki Williams. So on the left and on the right, we have wingers who created nothing. Nothing. And yet, we kept on massaging their egos and said, look at the last game we played in the first half. Jordan had so many chances to give passes to people to score. What did he do? It was 0. And instead of the coach taking him out, bringing Pencil on the left and bringing Myanmar on the right, the coach surprisingly decided to take Pencil off again and then bring Dede Ayew. How conscionable can a decision like this be made? So please, yes, as for Chris Hutin, I don't even want to see him again, but we, the journalists, also contributed for this disaster class that we have seen in this tournament. Thank you.
Interesting. Daniel, they say you did monk.
They say I did inside though.
Yeah, they say you did monk.
Yeah, but you see, Lexis, the thing is, I have a way I like to see football. But I always say it is very unfair for me to judge a team by how or what I want to see. Everybody is guided by a set of principles.
That's true.
Okay. Chris Hughton is guided by a set of principles. When he was being announced as Black Stars head coach, I sounded a warning to the whole nation that we didn't like Milo because of how he played. We didn't like Otuado because of how he played. Although Chris Hughton is coming with a lot of experience, he's not going to give you that style that you want, that offensive style. His immediate instinct is safety first. That's how he sees football.
I think you mentioned that earlier today as well.
It is safety first. And he's not the only one who thinks like that. There are a number of very defensive-minded coaches. So when I say that judge Jordan by his defensive metrics, I'm saying it because I know that's how Chris Hughton is thinking.
Probably he's playing to Chris's script.
To Chris's script.
Yes.
I would not want to see a winger churning himself and winning fouls at every opportunity. Okay. Obviously, we have a group of attacking players who can do really well for us.
Okay.
That is his instinct. And that's why almost at almost every chance to make a substitution, he will keep Jordan on and go for the other offensive winger who is doing much better on an offensive scale and bring on a rather defensive make a rather defensive
It
team.
makes a lot of sense. Thank you. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well. Thank you.
What's your name?
Yeah, Abu Mohammed. I'm calling from Drapo.
All right, let's hear you, Mohammed.
Daniel, your guy in the studio, his name is Daniel.
Yes.
You see, this guy and Gary, when it comes to football, if they ask me to strip naked and run away, I will do it. The analysis is always spot on. Concerning the Egypt game, I listened to his analysis, and a guy was called who was at the stadium, and he confirmed that this guy made the analysis as if he was right there at the stadium. So he was spot on. Secondly, in my opinion, I think even apart from Abedi Pele, maybe Polo, who I did not see, but all the players that play for Blaster, I don't think there is anybody who plays like Jordan. Secondly, you see the day he did not force himself to come on the pitch. He was brought on the pitch, and he also has a personal record to set. That's like the players work with instruction. Benjamin said it last on the Super Morning Show. It is pure instruction. When you see everybody get a ball, give it to Kudus, give it to Kudus. It is pure instruction. We all heard when the FA boss said that no way a coach will make decision without their contribution. We heard it. So therefore, you cannot tell me that all these coaches that come and go are bad, except the FA. So the problem is at the FA.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mohammed. All right. Very interesting stuff. Let's see who's here. Hello?
Hi, my name is Hilda.
Say it again.
I'll test.
What's your name again?
Hilda.
Okay, Hilda. Let's hear you.
I think this crop of footballers are pampered. Like they are boutique kind of footballers. If you are a local guy, you play locally, you have friends, you have family, you know you cannot go back to them in this, so you try a bit harder. But these people, they bring them from somewhere and they know they can go back comfortably. So that's my...
All right, Hilda. Thank you so much for your thoughts on this as well. Hello?
Yeah, Lexis, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, brother. What's your name?
Alex, calling
Alex.
from Lagos.
Okay, Alex, let's hear you.
Yeah, okay, so I think, Danny, kudos for your analysis. One thing, though, I don't know how many of us would agree with me. One problem, I like Kwesi and, you know, how he coached. One problem, however, that I detected was I didn't really like Kwesi substitution. They didn't necessarily change games for me. I would want Danny to comment on that. And I find the same problem with Chris Hughton. So I really, really wonder, you know, what informed some of these changes. Overall, I say minus the coaches. the players themselves are also Ghanaian. These are international players. So, like yesterday, could they not actually put some brains to work to know where we were at the time? And anyway, where is Walakot? Why do we still have Richard Ofori, in between the six for us as our first choice? I think that overall, it is high time Ghanaians demand the head of Kate Kweku to roll.
Okay, that's interesting as well. In fact, this goalkeeping situation needs to be talked about a bit more because Atizigi, in fact, earlier today I saw reels of some of his performances, and people kept asking, Atizigi has been quite impressive the few times he's been in the post for the Black Stars.
Yeah.
So how come Atizigi is not there and Jojo is not there? And then there's Richard Yabo.
Atizigi was in post at the World Cup. Good performance at the World Cup. After the World Cup till now, he's been the most consistent Ghanaian goalkeeper in terms of active play in Europe. He's played at St. Gallen in Switzerland, plays week in, week out. He's sharp, he's fresh. Fresh to the point that when he sees a ball going out, he will not touch it because he's sharp and he knows. He is not all over the place like Richard Ofori. Richard Ofori hasn't played a single minute of football this season. That's why when the ball is going out, he'll be a bit confused as to whether he should touch it or not. When you play regularly and you are fresh and you are sharp, you don't make these kind of mistakes. So I really wonder why the coaching staff, and this one is not even to the coaching staff, because the head coach will take, when it comes to who starts in goal, it is the goalkeeper's coach who has a premium over that decision. He makes that choice. And that is Olele Kinson. So I'm very surprised Olele Kinson will recommend Richard Ofori to start ahead of Atizigi after what we saw Atizigi do at the World Cup. Up until now, it's very surprising. But yeah.
Watch the game. Can somebody explain to me why the guy go? See you. The guy go. He do like this. Wait, after he do that finish, no, he start raising hand, show the referee, say, I don't do anything. I don't do anything. You see him. You see foolish boy. You see foolish boy. You see foolish boy. I know say you people watch. I know yeah na ordinance eh born say. But we na Richard Ofori.
That is what Samini thought about Richard's actions. I'll pick a few more calls before we wrap up. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, you're welcome. What's your name?
Please, I'm Afole.
Say that again.
Afole.
Afole. All right. Please turn on the volume on your set for me, okay?
Please, me, I'll figure so that I can flow properly.
Hey. That's some other.
Let's do.
Calm down before you start, Afole. Calm down. Before you start with the gun, and switch to your gun woman and tie the wrapper around your waist.
Listen, me. I think the problem, the other problem is GFC. Como que the Benin Cats Baba Fe and President name Ghana waya kunye. Balok man. Ni agbena wenye bole na cha last minute change sending coach here. No, you know ni be wash. Esa ni kuensi ona can change say. Ni na kanji Benin nale. Do you understand?
I heard it. I heard a bit of it. In fact, what I was expecting, I didn't hear. So I thank God I didn't hear what I was expecting. Because when you said you wanted to switch the gun, Apole, thank you so much. We're grateful that you called in. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh dear. Okay, I'll pick one more caller and then we can wrap it up here. Lots of your messages in here. I wish I could read all of them. I have Hafiz from Atomic Junction says the Black Star sub performance against Mozambique was let me just get a bit of it, the rest of it. Yeah, was compounded by questionable team selection and substitution decisions from Chris Hughton. The starting lineup raised eyebrows with players seemingly out of form or position, contributing to defensive lapses and a disjointed attack. Moreover, the timing and choices of substitutions failed to inject the necessary energy or tactical adjustments, leaving fans frustrated. A critical reevaluation of the coaching decisions and player selection is imperative for the team's success moving forward. Okay. Now, you mentioned earlier to me, Dan, that there's actually a chance of us qualifying to the next stage.
Yeah, very slim chance.
Okay, what conditions will make that happen?
Okay, so Cameroon are about to face Gambia now. We need that game to end in a draw.
We need it to end in a draw.
In a draw. If it ends in a draw and Morocco beats Zambia tomorrow, which is more likely,
and qualify. Morocco beats Zambia tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Hey.
So
which one is this?
It's starting from today. If this game doesn't end in a draw, that one
that's all.
Yeah, it's over.
Cameroon and who?
Cameroon and Gambia.
And Cameroon have not won a game.
They've not won a game. They've lost. They drew against Guinea. They lost against Senegal. So now they need a win against Gambia to qualify. Gambia can also win this game and qualify.
But we need them to draw.
But we need them to draw. So if they draw, and tomorrow Morocco beats Zambia,
I'm sure God is up there laughing like killer.
I tell you.
He has given you all the opportunities, all the chances to qualify. It is this one that you want. Meanwhile, they are praying to their God.
Sure.
Forget it. For even if they say we have qualified, Ungo. What are we going to do?
Ungo. We've already drafted a letter to CAF.
If they say, okay, this people drew, this one, this, and so Ghana, you are qualifying to the next team. You say, yeah, thank you very much, but we won't come. That's all. Because what is this? And Nimgwasi Akwaba.
Lexis on way.
Yeah, Nimgwasi too much.
We shout too much.
The way they are dealing with us on the internet.
The Nigerians.
Nigeria, they deal with us. UK, they deal with us.
Everybody's on.
Chale.
Yes, sir.
Amele Josu. It is sad though.
Well, let's Zambia. I bet I'm going. You play that Ghana for us. I beg, play the last one. I beg you. I beg you.
Allahu Akbar. Ghana for us. Allahu Akbar. Ghana for us. Allahu Akbar. Ghana football I say Allahu Akbar. It's Egypt. Allahu Akbar.